on. So we were on 51S and we were able to establish that the pair is generally bearish and it's currently trying to make a pull up or a pullback, a retracement. But we saw that the pair is creating some high point here or resistance level up here. And for us, we can interpret that to mean that sellers are active around this area. Okay. And the question I was asking before the first session ended was if sellers are active around this level, what do you guys think? I think I was asking Bright about this. Bright, what do you think will happen
Hmm.
if buyers are able to push the price to go above the sellers this time?
So if they push it above them
Mhm.
and we can get a retest, then it means we'll continue the correction to the upside a little more.
Yes, good. So that's it. So, but in other words, or in more simple ways, if sellers are reacting in the market around these areas, okay, then if price is able to move to go above the sellers, what it means is that the selling power or energy that is here, always pressing the or resisting the price down, has now become weak. And this is what you as a trader should be looking for in the market. You want to see one side get weak so that the other side will now want to dominate. But that doesn't mean that anytime one side gets weak, it means that the other side is going to dominate. Okay, the other side will only dominate based on the momentum or the amount of energy they are using to maintain the control they've taken up from the opponent. So let's say price gets here and then it pushes and closes above. The candle, okay, how big or how momentum or how strong the candle will look like around here is going to tell the story as to whether, like Bryce said, we are going to get a retest or a little bit of pullback to the same point or level where the sellers were active before price continue to sweep and go up. Okay, so we have to study how price is building up or the momentum with which the speed and momentum with which price is building up towards trying to invalidate, discredit, or initiate the move above the sellers that are here. Okay, so this is something you as a trader should be looking for. Also, if we look at what is currently happening in this market at this area, we can see that the market is in a consolidation box. Okay, we have a higher area, resistance area, and we have something like a support zone down here. Okay, so this area does not give us a perfect trend because so that for us to use to determine who is in real domination. So what in this type of market, what you should be looking for is for one side to break, either the resistance break or the support break. Are you guys getting my point?
Yes.
Yes. You for this type of market where the price is in a certain box or range, you are looking for one side to break. Either here break, then you look for a retest, and then you see if the market will continue trending down. Trending down means it is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And for it to trend up, we mean market will have to break one side, pull back for a retest and continue up, making higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs. This is what we should be looking for. Okay. So for now, the market came back to the support here, and we let me show you this internal area. The market, let's say the market was from up here, coming down, got to this point here. What happened here? Obedia, can you tell me what happened when it got to this area? So I put this blue line exactly there. When it got to this point, what happened? What happened? Is Obedia watching? Is he in the meeting? Maybe not. Network. Okay. Bright, what happened when it got
The
here?
buyers, the buyers took over.
Yeah, the buyers stepped in and they pushed price up. Okay. So w- how do we know that buyers will be active at this blue line again? Okay. So when it got here, they pushed the market up. How do we know that in the future, when the market was to drop and get here again, those buyers will respond or react again? How do we know? We cannot know until it gets here and we see a reaction. So this is what gives us the area of interest, number one. And two, area of interest, look for a place where there has been a reaction. In fact, an impulsive or a big reaction. For example, this market is from up, gets here, there is a very big reaction. This move is really, 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 really big. Okay, look at from here, it stopped up here. Okay, so this means there should be something here. Now, the market comes back to the same place here. How do we know buyers are still there? There should be a reaction. Okay, so was there a reaction? Yes, there was. The market hit here, the blue line exactly. There was a reaction up. But was that reaction a big one to still move the price up? No, it wasn't. And if you are using this concept of buyers sellers reaction alone, that alone is not enough, because you cannot, because buyers took charge here and pushed the price up big, doesn't mean that the moment it gets here you should enter the trade and be expecting the market to fly to the top again. That's why you cannot use only this support resistance concept alone. Okay. So because the market can hit there, and then though it will give you a reaction, it will later fail and to hold. That can happen. But the good news is that because there was a second reaction at the same point, it tells you that that point, which is the blue line, is stronger. And even if the market reverses to go below it, as long as it will come up and stay above that same blue line, the buyers will be in charge again. So this is the leverage, or this is the um what's the name? Um I mean, this is the good news. Let me put it this way. This is the good news. Or this is the edge. That's the word. Okay. If the
Sorry, sir.
market, if this place is now seen to be strong, then as long as the market will stay above that place, buyers will be in charge. Okay. So why did the market make this um move to the downside? Why did the market break below it like this? Who can tell me? Why did the market break below the blue line or go below the blue line? Why did it happen that way?
Because buyers became weak and sellers took over.
Yes, but we know that from this thing that happened here, this place is supposed to be a stronger point for buyers. Okay?
Mhm.
So why is it that market came there again? There was a move, all
They
right,
got
but later it came back there again, okay, and then the it was able to go below the blue line. Why? So one, like you said, it's trying to tell us
Was it a
that
breakout?
breakout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
There
Pastor
was a
said,
red candle there.
Pastor said breakout. Perfect. This is a breakout, but I will call it a fake breakout. So if you don't know what a fake breakout is, this is one of it. If this is a breakout, okay, this is a real positive breakout. The moment we saw the buyers got weak, okay, the buyers got weak.
Ava, Ava, Nkema,
The buyers
room
got
freshener.
the buyers got weak because the
Ah,
market came below the buyers. For this to be a breakout, we must just see a retest to the same area of interest and the market should continue selling. This is what we call breakout. Okay?
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
so this is a fake one because it showed you that it is breaking out and then it did the breakout all right. But when it came back to the point where it was supposed to now continue to go to the direction, it gave a big bullish candle. Look at this big bullish daily candle was the game changer. This candle is what caused this whole move to the upside. Okay, it just came up and then took over, boom, to the upside. Okay, so what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to tell you is that this blue line signifies that buyers are in charge anything from this point up. So what you have to do, put buyers here. Okay, putting buyers here means that anything above the blue line, you are supposed to be looking for buys. Okay, anything below the blue line is sellers. So there's think of the market this way. The same concept is going for both buyers and sellers or the same level. Okay. And why is this place going to be for sellers? It's going to be for sellers because only when sellers are able to break below it and stay below it. Listen to the phrase break below it and stay below it. As long as the market could stay below this level, it's going to continue selling. But we know from what happened here that price bought from here because so that the moment price was able to come above the level and couldn't stay below here, buyers should be in control. It's as simple as ABCD. Okay? Tell me if you are getting confused and I might want to find different ways to explain. Okay? So this is what we have. So for me, once I see something like this and I see price come there, first I'll be trying to buy. If the buy doesn't work and price goes below it, I will not hold the buys. I will stop buying. But the moment I see price come back above the same level and continues to stay above this level and does not show any signs of going below, I will keep buying, buying, buying until price comes below this place again. Is the concept is still is simple. Okay, simple as that. Now,
Yeah. Sir.
the, the same thing applies to this side. Sellers are very active at this level. Okay, so what do we want to see before we know that we are going to buy? We want to see that buyers will be able to push the price up to go above the sellers. But first, let's see what will happen if the market gets here. Okay, if the market get to the level where the sellers were, I just put a blue line there. If the market gets here, let's see what will happen first. That's the number one. Would there be a reaction? or nothing will happen. If it's able to go above it, okay, we want to see that, okay, now the buyers have been able to push the price above the sellers. Okay, so what are we waiting for? We are waiting that the buyers will confirm the breakout. Okay, so how do we make sure they confirm the breakout? Price should come back to retest, and it must stay above the blue line in order for the buy to continue. If this does not happen, okay, and the market give a close above here and it drops back here, it goes up, start consolidating, goes up here, drops back, and it stays below the blue line, you cannot be buying. It will fall. Why? Because psychologically, sellers have pushed the price from this exact blue line down before. Where did they push it to? They pushed it from here to this point. Okay? From here to, they were able to push it here, push it here, push it down here. So if the market stays below this blue line, there is nothing that is going to cause this market not to keep selling. It will keep falling. Okay, so I'm not saying if it's falling, if it's staying below here, it will keep falling, falling, falling to here. I'm not saying that. But if nothing changes and it keeps giving us lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, it will definitely reach out to this point again where the buyers were, which means this whole box is now like a range consolidation. Okay, this is the type of market we are seeing currently. But for us to continue to hold buys, it must stay above here to keep going up. So let's say the market dips down to somewhere here, and then it goes up again, goes up again. Break, stay here. What do? Buy. Okay. So what you need as a trader, right now is we have marked this level. If the market gets here and even drop down, it can even come down, down here, down here, down here. If it goes up again and it hits this area, retest and stay above the blue line, what are you doing? Buying. Okay, you might say, okay, I'm not interested in anything the market is doing inside this level. I'm not interested. Fine. Okay, we are okay. You're only going to be interested when the market is staying above the blue line for buys, or you are only going to be interested if the market is dropping below, pushing up, and staying below this blue line down. The sellers are in charge for sales. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is you waiting for the market. You have
Yeah,
identified
of course.
a
Like,
It's clear.
a
a lot
certain
of questions.
important level. You have identified a certain important level, and you just want to be too patient to wait for that level alone to engage, so that you stay away from this consolidation. Because inside this consolidation here, you can enter for buy, and then if it's in the middle here, you can enter buy, and the market will now selling. You enter sell, then it will be buying. The only safe way is for a breakout and a confirmation of that break for to one side. So it's either you are looking for buys up here if price stays above the blue line, or you are looking for sells down here if price is staying below. This is the way I would approach this type of market. We are analyzing it this way because this market is not trending at this stage. It's not trending. I hope I've helped the person who brought this pair, and I've helped all of you.
Yes, sir,
Um,
you have.
Perfect. So think of the market that way. Now it is at this point. But okay, let's see something real quick before we go to the next pair. From up here, when the sellers took charge, we saw a trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we see the last important lower high get taken out. We see a retest, we see a higher high, we see a lower high. Now we are having another higher high, right? So what type of
Yeah,
market is this? It was bearish inside this consolidation here. Now it has changed to be what? Bullish. We're getting sellers in domination. Now buyers are in domination. How are we going to know this market is now changing to be bearish again? We will know alone if the last important lower high gets taken out. Just the same way this last important lower high got taken out and we got a retest and new highs. If this point is taken out like this, if price is to drop to take this point out, then we will expect a retest, a new lower low, then we expect lower high, lower low. Then the trend is now changing again to a bearish market. So internally within the range, okay, these are things you want to be seeing in order to participate. But if you want to be more safe and wait for the long-term trade, you can wait for one side to break out. Then you would want to look at the level you've marked as your
I've started knowing it.
resistance support, then engage as long as price stays above your PSR. So this line we've drawn here, the line up here and the line down here is what I call PSR, precision support resistance, because this line is supposed to serve as both support and resistance. So that is the meaning of that. So now we can see that the market is currently bullish inside of this range. But let me also show you something real quick. What do you think happened here on vein 50? Here, one is here. What do you think is happening here? Anytime market get to this level, it pushes up, right? Let this level up,
Yes.
this level up, this level up, this level up till it got weak. When it got weak, that's why I'm telling you this thing works. Okay, so it got weak. So which means buyers are here. Think of the market this way. It will become simple. You will not be confused again. It means buyers are here. Now, what do we want to see? We want to see price stay above this level for us to continue buying. That's the first thing we want to see. Number two, if we are going to sell, then we want to see that the buyers will become weak, which we saw that here. They crashed the buyers. But we want to see that after they crash the buyers, the same level where the buyers are, when price come there, it shouldn't go above. So the concept here will be that as long as price stays below the buyers, sellers should be in charge. And this is a perfect example of the concept I'm trying to teach. Price stays below, so sellers push the price down. Is this not simple? Is this not simple? Identify a level, a
Very
level,
simple.
a level, okay, where buyers or sellers are active or engaging. Wait for the one. If the market stays, let's say for this example, the market stays above that level, anytime it stays above there, you have to be engaging in a buy. Okay, and you can refine it to make it very small That's what I call the PSR, more precise. But if you see that the level has been crashed or weakened, then it getting weak means that the sellers are now in control. Therefore, the the sellers will now turn the buying power to become a selling power. And that is what happened here. Which means this level is now being used as both support to the upside, and it has been used as resistance to the downside, making this level a strong important point. So this level is a PSR, precision support resistance point.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay,
Hello.
come in, come in.
Okay. I just want to ask, like this PSR, right? How many touches do you need to have before you can like what we're doing now is like kind of we are using all of these touches that happen. Let's say you're like, how many touches do you need to see before you can use it as your PSR?
So for me, I want to look at minimum of 3, but at least one touch, okay, should be maybe 2 should be for support, and then 1 should be for resistance at the same point. Okay, for example, and I'm not saying, see, the thing is that that's why we are not using only PSR or support resistance. Okay, we are combining that with other things. Okay, so for example, first you see that price comes here, then it goes up, but it goes up. Now you have seen that price come back to the same level. Second time it goes up again. Third time it goes up. Fourth time it goes up. But look at how the structure is being shown here. We are seeing higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high, which means this is a bearish pattern, falling kind of wedge. The thing is falling, but the buyers are still strong because they keep pushing the price up. Though they keep pushing it up, the money, let's say if they are putting in $2 million here, okay, now the money kept reducing. Okay, if they were buying, they kept reducing their lot size, okay, or they kept closing their trade. They buy and they close early because they see that the sellers are kept pushing the price down. What do you think will happen? Eventually, they will be out of the trade, and then the sellers will now crash the place. Okay, so at least you must see like 3 touches of a level to be sure that that place will be strong. That's the normal support concept or resistance concept. But I want to see, even if it is 2 touches, price will touch here as support. Then when it now breaks it, it should use that same place as resistance. That's what I want to see. So for example, when I see buyers push price up from here, and I see that sellers now price retraces into this same level and sellers push the price from here down. When I see this place becomes strong for me. So in the future, and this is just 2 touches for me. I mean, forget about what happened in the middle here. Okay. I'm looking at the big move from here, big move. From this point, market now came down, eventually crashed to this point, retraced up, and crashed down again. Okay. So I am using this touch and this touch, the sell here only for my what your eyes is seeing is the most important thing. Though there are multiple touches here, this is just touching here and moving up as support. But I am looking up for PSR. PSR is the place is being used as both support and resistance. So this is the support for me, and this touch for the sell is the resistance. This qualifies for this level for me as a PSR. Did that answer your question?
Yes, sir. But I just also want to ask, sir, the if you're using PSR, you're doing your analysis, like, does it have to be from like daily time frame, like that you do your
No,
analysis?
no, 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 not any time frame is fine. But if you look at the way we do the analysis, right?
Yes.
I like it from top down. Okay, so let's say I identify this level as a PSR, right? Good. So one, I want to see that price is above this level for me to be buying. And I want to see that price is below this level for me to be selling, right? But don't forget, this level is inside the middle of the range. This is not an external level. The external level is this point. Do you get it? So
Yes, sir.
this is just in the middle. And in the middle, it could be based on the trend or the bigger trend. This level could be defiled at any time. Okay, but so I can use this area as a PSL from the weekly time frame, and on the daily time frame I'll mark the middle area here because I saw a buy and a sell from the same point. I can use here as a daily time frame PSR. Then I can scale to, let's say, 8 hour. 8 hour. On the 8 hour time frame, my goal is I want to see price above this place to buy. Why am I going to buy above this place? I want to buy because previously the market bought from here up. Okay, and then it has also sold from this point down. So when the market got to this level here, if let's say we were analyzing at this point, okay, this area is going to be very dicey because at this point, the market now goes above the level where I want to be buying. And I want to make sure, and this is what reality comes in. I want to make sure I see the thing stay above here to buy. Okay, I want it to be above here for me to buy. Now it goes above. What I have to be seeing, looking for is, let me, at this level. This is 8 hour, right? I want to be
Yeah.
looking at any important bullish momentum inside this level. So do you see this candle? Let me zoom it. Guys, sorry we are staying longer time here, but the understanding is important. We still have one last session to do, and I want to make sure I run through all the pairs that all of you are bringing. So even if we do it short, we will go through. But then let's get the understanding first, so that if I rush through in the last session, it wouldn't be a problem. So this 8 hour, you see this big candle, this candle.
Yes, sir.
This candle happened above the level, which means anything above the body of this candle upwards, buyers could be in charge. This is the way you have to be thinking. So this can become an 8 hour PSR for me, or 8 hour impulsive move for me. I'll put a line here inside the daily time frame level. I know that if price stays below this level, it's a sell. But if it stays above, it's a buy. But I'm still identifying a bullish big momentum candle in this level. So I put a line there. Let me take the level out. Now, this line, though I want to be buying from here above the line, the market start dropping, dropping, dropping. It get to the line, then it took the line out. Maybe I might be buying on the 15 minute, or maybe 5 minutes at this point. The market will stop me out. Why? Because I initially there were this drop here and rejections here. These rejections will be looking good on 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But it goes up, then it started falling, and we get a bearish break below the blue line. This bearish close on the 8 hour tells me the analysis is not ready yet. I have to accept, if I was still holding this trade above the blue line, I have to accept loss. Allow the market to go and do whatever it wants to do and keep monitoring, set an alarm or keep monitoring. The moment I see the market come above the blue line again, I have to jump on the buy. And sometimes you will do try and error here, okay? Before it work out. You might enter a buy when it gets here again and the market will still drop. If it keeps doing that, let's say your bias, your bigger bias is that you are expecting the market to buy and not sell. But you know from the PSR, you want to be selling below this line and buying above. But if consistently it keep hitting this blue line and staying below, then you know that the market is trying not to buy at all. So you can change this buy setup and start looking for sells. Exactly what we are trying to do on Euro USD and GBP USD now from yesterday.
That is on the 8 hour, not on the daily time frame.
Yes,
Okay.
but if you go to daily time frame, it's still going to look similar because at this place on daily time frame, there was a big push down.
Yes.
Yes. So you keep
And it's
waiting
lower.
until the market come above again.
It's clear.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So you might be in a loss. If you are stubborn and you keep buying, you can be going to loss. But if this market is really going to buy, it will always come above it and it will go up. And if it's going to really sell, it will stay below it and never go above this place. And that will give the sell. So keep testing and back testing. But the thing is, anytime the market now drops from above here and it gets to this point, I should expect to buy. Why? Because currently buyers are in charge from this point up. If it falls below and stays below here, I should jump on a sell. Do you guys get it?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because this place is a PSR. PSR.